Even though India is now a major economic power, many people there still live in tribes. Traditionally, most of them have been Hindus.
That's right, but the untold story now is that a major shift is taking place in one of the largest tribal communities. Hundreds of men, women and children are now being baptized as Christians. Here's my report from the highlands of central India. Ask Dinesh Sur why so many tribal people are accepting Jesus Christ, and he gets teary-eyed.
When you do God's work for years and begin to see the fruits of your labor, it is overwhelming. You see the changed lives, you see the eternal happiness on the faces of people, and how can it not move me?
Here, in a corner of Rajasthan, where the majority follow Hinduism, a Christian chorus is rising.
The transformation is almost immediate. Families stop praying to their ancestors, they stop drinking, they stop their witchcraft. Their entire life is turned upside down when they accept Jesus.
And Dinesh Sur is part of the reason why so many are turning to Christ. For 10 years, Pastor Dinesh served in a big city, very much like this one, but then God tugged on his heart and told him he had to go back to his village, go back to his roots, go back to his own people, and share the good news of Jesus Christ.
I was like Jonah in the Bible. I didn't want to live in my village. I wanted to serve God in the city where things are easier. I wanted to reach others with the gospel, not my own people.
Shur points to Sohan Lal's life as fruit of his decision to return.
One day Pastor Dinesh told me about Jesus Christ. He told me that if I put my trust in him, I would be healed, that my life would be different. I did.
Sohan Lal joined 178 of his tribe's people recently at the edge of this river not too far from their village. Here, they were baptized by Pastor Dinesh.
I know all these men and women personally. I know what their lives were like before they met Christ. Now to be part of this spiritual milestone in their lives is an enormous privilege.
Thiru Bahai has been waiting for this day with great excitement.
After I accepted Christ, I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, and I stopped getting into fights. Getting baptized was my way to show the community that I'm a changed man. Today, Jesus Christ is my Savior.
Manu was among the dozens of women who also got dunked in the river that day.
I feel very happy after my baptism and thankful I received Christ in my heart. I will now follow him the rest of my life.
And not just her. Her husband and children also decided to follow Christ after Pastor Dinesh spent several occasions with them.
My family is blessed because of Christ and because someone was willing to come and share the gospel with us.
Pastor Dinesh is a member of the Bhil community, one of the largest tribes found in the central states of India. Dinesh says foreign missionaries have been ministering in this area for over 135 years and have never seen the results he's witnessing today. Christians are still a minority within a minority in these parts. However, reports claim that as many as 300,000 have become believers in just the last 10 years, many of them from among the Bhil tribe.
We have 42 house prayer groups meeting in about 22 villages. We also have 32 workers from our church going from village to village as evangelists sharing the gospel. In the coming year, my goal is to send out missionaries to neighboring states to reach other Bhil villages.
Jivani Karadai is one of those who travel from village to village. When she's not on the road, you'll find this spry 65-year-old also co-leading a house group with Pastor Dinesh. On the day CBN News met her, she and dozens of believers were having church under this tree.
Our group is getting so large, we don't have enough space in my house.
Karadai's testimony is the reason this meeting is even happening. About 6 years ago, she used to roam the streets of this remote village, in essence as a mad woman. She used to walk around naked. But then she had an encounter with this man, Jesus Christ, and today she leads a thriving church here in Rajasthan.
The villagers used to make fun of me. People said I was cursed. Then I met Pastor Dinesh and he prayed for me and I was healed. I was delivered.
Pastor Dinesh says these testimonies are just another reminder for him how important it is to obey and trust God.
I am living the fruits of my decision to come back to my village. Is it easy? No. Do we face challenges? Yes. But we have Christ to lean on. He is all we need to see change among my people.
George Thomas, CBN News, Rajasthan, India.
Great story. George, Pastor Dinesh, he's converting all these people from Hindus to Christians. Is he facing any resistance?
He does, because the local villagers obviously see him as a threat. They say, why are you doing this? But the reality, Wendy, is that when you begin to see the transformation that's happened in a particular person's life, you see families that are addicted to alcohol. One day they suddenly give up. Families that are engaged in traditional worship and ancestral worship. The entire life is turned upside down.
What about the lady that used to run around naked?
Yeah, incredible.
She had, people thought she was cursed, and then she had an encounter with Jesus Christ. She got totally transformed, and
absolutely. And that there is the example of the miracle that's taking place amongst the Build community. Here you have this woman who walked around for so many years. She walked around mad. She was yelling. She was cursing at people, and people used to make fun of her. And then she met Jesus Christ, and all of a sudden, almost like night and day, she was totally transformed. And the villagers began to say, wait a minute, what happened to Jivani? Where is Jivani? We used to know what Jivani
Reminds me
was
of Bible
like.
stories where,
absolutely.
they were lame and now they're walking. I was blind and now I see.
Exactly, and they see this radical transformation, and they say, wait a minute, who is it that changed your life? What happened? Was it some medicine you took? Was it some witchcraft that you performed on your family or on yourself? What is it? And then she says, no, I met Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ transformed my life. And as a result of that dramatic testimony, today she has this thriving church in a remote part of Rajasthan.
Oh, great report, as always. Thank you so much.
Terrific. Thank you.